Welcome to selfdiscoverywisdom.com, formerly known as Self-Discovery Media. On these podcasts, you're going to hear people who speak from the heart. They've taken the journey in life. Many things have happened to them, but they've changed it to happening for them. And in their strength, their courage, they've discovered their abilities and their wisdom, and they are now sharing it here with you. Do enjoy each show. We bring it to you with love and knowing that it's going to help you on your journey of life. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Sarah's View of Life right here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. I'm your host, Sarah Troy. Well, last week I became a grandmother. I did do a show last week about the waiting and the anticipating, and the little one came along, worn in his sack. Very intense, fast and furious, but a healthy, beautiful little boy. There's something different about being a grandmother. No, when you hold them, when you're a parent, you know that you've got 18, 20 years more ahead of you of a child that you're responsible for. As a grandparent, you're looking at it from differently. You don't have that responsibility. The responsibility that you have is one of the wonderment, the nurturing, the igniting the imagination, the spoiling, the traveling down a different path. And that's a wonderful place to be. And it kind of reminds me of letting go of certain things in life. We have become so, one-dimensional, so expectational. So it's got to be this way or it's the wrong way. And we've been chasing this for so long that it's discombobulated us. And it's taken us off path as to who we really are as beautiful human beings. Emphasis on the being. We are beings here doing, not doing at being a being. And when you slow down and when you look at things that are really there in front of you, you see life totally differently. Holding this little boy, and he spoke to me. He told me who he was. He's a strong little boy, numerology 7. There's a certain amount of common sense that's going to be in him. Great deal of intuitiveness, a lot of inquiry, perhaps a philosopher. But I can see him bringing about an equilibrium to his brothers that they may not have. I felt this all in him. All of this is a reminder to all of us. Where is our balance? Where is our equilibrium? Where is our common sense? It is so easy for the outside world to stir us up and shake us up and throw us out and just make us feel like we're not connected to anything anymore. Whereas when we hold a child and we look at things simply and we look at just really what matters, simply what matters, all of those other things just simply change the dynamic of their importance. Because what is important? Well, life is important. Life of humanity, of all animals, mammals, planet, oceans, everything. If we don't give the same credence of importance to every single living thing on this planet, we are doing us all a disservice. If we don't come from the very interior of ourselves, the heart, the soul, the spirit of ourselves, and bring that to the table of life, then we are serving somebody else's dish. I've been there. I've served many a dish that was not mine. I have bent into a pretzel for this person, tried to be that for that person, and didn't matter what I did or how much I bent, it was never enough and it was never what they wanted. And utterly, I was denying myself. When we go in and connect with our wisdom energy, that divine, beautiful, universal energy, which is knowledge. Sorry, folks, I had an interruption there. My son-in-law calling, or should I say my baby grandson calling, who has croup right now. This is my daughter gave birth last week and her middle son has croup. and it's just bad timing. Never good time anywhere, but bad timing. So I will be getting to hold him in a little while and give him some nana hug. I was talking about simplicity. If we only just took our lives and stop complicating it, stop chasing things, stop feeling that we must have more to be important or must have more to be happy, must have more for this or that, and just simply kind of was happy with smaller things and being present and seeing what is around us, then we would really truly actually understand the gift of what life is. I've just interviewed a wonderful woman, Louise, who has taken some of the beautiful pictures that she's taken of trees through the years and made a book out of it for children. And it's kind of, what do they see in the tree? Is it just a tree, or do they see an animal? Do they see something else? And the beautiful thing about that is we need to ignite our imagination again. We need to ignite our imagination where we see something in a different light. We're taking things so much face value for granted, or headliners, and we don't question. And instead, perhaps if we could just pause a moment and just question, what do I see? What do I feel? What's really important? Space and time, folks, space and time. Pause for a moment to see what really is important. This planet is important to all its inhabitants, and we're shaking it up and not in a good way. We need to let go of the anger, the greed, the opulence, the um, oligarchy, and the need for power. It's about empowerment and the power that lies within us, not the power you have over other people. When I hold my baby grandson and I look at all the life that is ahead of him, I pray that he is going to grow up in a world that has a higher conscience, that looks at all life as something precious, that wants to contribute to a world from his heart and soul and spirit in a meaningful way, and isn't chasing something for self-importance or to prove something to somebody, or to think that that's going to make them happy. I've been down that road. I've been up and down that road through my life, and I can tell you, yes, having a home, having enough money to be secure, having enough money to afford a comfortable life is definitely there, to afford one's health, etc. That's very, very important. I live by the skin of my teeth. I'm a pensioner. So it does mean there's certain things I can't do, but I focus on the things that I can. Being with my grandsons, the 4.5-year, 2.5-year-old, and the newborn, is a gift in itself. Being with my daughter and her husband, very blessed. My own son this week turns 41, and he recently came over for my birthday, which was the week before the baby was born. And my other daughter came over this week just to see the baby before she goes away. I'm very blessed that way, to have such wonderful children. And I treasure every moment I get with them, because it's just, they are the gift. They grow up, they move out, they go and live their own lives, and then it's hard to get them all together to have that quality time. And that quality time is so very important. So simplify your life. Take a breath. Do you really need to chase that? Do you really need to do that? Is that so important? Is holding a baby, holding a cat, holding a dog, hugging a tree, going for a walk in nature, being around friends, is that more important? Does that give you more food and substance than chasing an illusion? I believe it does. I definitely believe that it does. So let us be kinder to ourselves. Let us be kinder to each other, to the planet, and let us really look at what is important in life. And that is being present, enjoying what we do have, stepping into joy, having a laugh, feeling the love, and sharing ourselves out from the inside out, the essence and the love of who we are. Honestly, organically, without apology, just being you. And if it isn't enough for someone, that's their problem. If it's enough for you, that's all that's needed. If it's honestly, earnestly given, that's all that's needed. And sometimes holding a new life can remind you of that, the gift of life itself. So until next time, folks, I hope that everybody has a wonderful week and that you stop and pause and think for a moment. Actually, don't think. Don't think at all. Just stop and pause and feel. Feel from within. What makes you happy? What brings you joy? Is it cooking a meal for friends or family? Is it going for a walk in nature? Is it playing music that lifts up your spirit and soul? Is it doing something for someone else that makes a difference in their lives? Ask yourself, what really brings you joy? And are you doing enough of it? So until next time, folks, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. There are so many more for you here on selfdiscoverywisdom.com. Just go to the podcast tag at the top there and you will see all the many genres and all 3,000 shows ready for your listening. We are here to serve you, to help you on your journey of life, and we know that through inspiration it begets invitation. We are supported by you, the listeners, and those that we interview. Anything that you can spare us in donation would be greatly accepted, and we do hope that you enjoy the next show.